Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2. This is the spring beta, or the spring update, the beta edition. Okay, so we are starting to see a lot more money coming in. I'm quite happy to see that happening. We also, in the last episode, finally got some new demand at New Haven. Stuff that we'll need to try and get in here now. Of course, getting fuel is what I believe that is. Fuel plus goods in here means that we will have to set up some chains that can supply some of the other guys as well, but it's not going to be straightforward and easy. I believe we could do a little something over here if we had some... here we go. We could expand Colorado Springs in the first instance to potentially get the refinery up and running. And then get this fuel sorted out. So what we could do, now, of course, fuel will have to be run back to New Haven. And I think that's an interesting one. What we also started, was the Worcester train station over here. So I think what I'll do is I will connect through here. But in connecting through here, let's quickly plan out where we're going to place our railway station for the freight. And I think we might expand it to this side, though I don't think that'll work. If I can, let's have a quick look. If I can do... Let's do something like this, right? I'm just going to place that here and see if we do add a train station in this location, does that reach there? So we'll have to place it all the way this way. Now, a lot of our stuff is on this side of things, but in order to have it all the way over here, actually, I think it's a good idea. Let's do that and let's expand the train station slightly differently over here. I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, all the way up there. I'm going to get rid of those guys and those guys. I'm also going to get rid of those. Okay, now, what I will do then is let's find ourselves a setup that works over here. I'll also get rid of this. Sorry, I'll replace some of our roads here. Probably try and do a better job at connecting things in here. Now, okay, so if we are saying one of these guys, do I go nuts and expand it big all the way? Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's see about slotting something in here. It is bigger. Yeah, so what I will do, I will slot it in here and we'll see about allowing the expansion of both of these. So if we do something like this, actually, that will work. That will work. If we do something like that, I believe that'll work. If we do that, right? Okay. And then I configure this guy. We get rid of this setup over here. And we get the cargo buildings to do one on this side and one on the other side. Something like that. And then we can expand it a little bit later as we see fit. Okay, but I believe that will work. It'll give us connectivity to both of these things. So what I'll do is I'm going to trim back that little road. I'm going to I want to do a little bit of this. No, I'm going to tie that in. Believe that will provide connectivity. Yep, I think that works. Now I'd like to get it dead straight between the two of them. Excellent. Add a little bit more there. And then we will see about tying that in. Perfect. So that's kind of the plan. Now it is all connected up. A pretty decent freight setup. I'm expanding Colorado Springs a fair bit here. What I'll do is I'll run it straight this way. And then what we'll do is we'll run a little road connection on that side, and we'll tie that in with a bit of a curve. There we go. And what I'll also do is, well, let's connect the rail first and see how that works. These are all player ownership is not selected, so we'll see how that works. I can certainly expand this area to become more kind of train platformy on that side, and then what we'll do is we'll get some rail connectivity on this side. Okay, so if we do that, I'm gonna go and remove that. Let's add that extra piece of track here. I'm just gonna do this, right, so that this guy could presumably run through here. Okay, so that should be fine. Then what we'll do is we will kind of connect it up this way. And that's all we're going to do for the time being. Similarly, yeah, we will have to expand this operation. So can we run straight through there? We can. Luckily, we're able to do that without a major cost component. It'll be miles before we get the expanded line. So let's go ahead and add it up to there. I think for the time being, that's going to be okay. That's all tied in. Now, we do need to provide a little bit of road connectivity to a few locations. I'm thinking on this side. So let's expand this one over here. Ooh, and of course, now we're starting to wanting to move it over this way also. Okay, hang on. What we'll do is we'll configure this and add the extra line on here. Okay. And, well, to be honest, we could just run that straight through. No, tracks. We could just run this guy straight through here. I think let's do that. Let's just run that straight through there. We can tie them back up together and head out that way. I think that's a pretty decent setup. Colorado Springs could then produce a pretty nice little growth in this area. So let's grab our, and this is not the kind of road that I actually wanted to put in here, to be very, very honest with you. So if I do a little something like this, I don't think we'll be able to, we could do that. Ultimately, you know what I'm kind of tempted to do is run a bit of a bridge through here. Let's quickly do a bit of an upgrade. Sorry. Let's do a bit of an upgrade. We've got some money, so let's do a bit of an upgrade. I'll leave the rest of that as is. But what I would like to do is potentially run us a bit of a bridge through here. So can I a little something like this? Is that a bit extreme? No. Well, let's do that. I think that should be sufficient. Okay, so let's do it up to there. Okay. Then I would like to just run it across here at a reasonable level. No. There we go. At a reasonable level without necessarily going back up, all right? Okay. On the other hand, what we could do is we could just run something up here Okay, we start a short little section on this side. Sorry, I'm a little, just wanted to get this stuff to actually work. Yep, there we go. If we do that, I believe we can get them to, that's okay. We'll just leave it as is. And then what we'll do is we'll tie these together. And now there's a bit of a bridge in there where people can cross the rail, and hopefully we can still squeeze stuff through here. I mean, we don't need all of these. Now, anyway, I'm going to build it. That's fine. I'm going to build it. What I am quite interested to understand is if we can in the future run a rail. Yes, we can. That's exactly what I was after. So now there is a bit of room for us to continue that expansion. I wouldn't mind connecting these up on this side with a bit of a street. Well, let's run that one a little bit straight through there. And we'll run ourselves an extra street in this location. And then hopefully that will work quite nicely. What we can also do is we can get the guys to come in over here. Trim that back this way, and we'll give ourselves a nice new little country road that goes in here, and that should then connect into town quite nicely. We could also do something on the other side. But there we go. So that's a little bit of an expansion of the Colorado Springs area. So to help us out with what we're going to do right now. So what I do think it'd be quite interesting, we've got a truck stop over here, which presumably does not now connect between the two. So I'm thinking, and even if we do get a road connection out through this way, which will be pretty challenging, right? Even if we do get that, I don't think it's going to connect. I think it's going to be a little bit too far. So I think what I will do is we will need a bit of a truck stop over here. It'll connect up to both sides. So that's going to be okay. So what I'll do is I'll have the truck stop come in here. Okay. I'm going to spend a little bit of cash and expand it. Okay. That's pretty good there. I'm going to add a building to it if I can. Really, it doesn't want to add my building? Thought we'd add a bit of room for a building. Collision. Collision, collision, collision. Really? I was hoping we could add a building. We could add a building on this side. Pretty pricey little building. There we go. So now we've got a bit of a truck stop going on here. I do need an extra street access on this side. That was the plan. Okay, so now we can tie this in. Get even better access here, streets. This one needs to be one of these guys. Something like that. And I believe we will go ahead and do the upgrade like so. There we go. So that should give us access to a bit of a truck stop in this location. Now, the next thing we are going to do, so that's going to turn into fuel right over here. The fuel can load up and go back to New Haven. In order for us to get this to work, though, we do need to run this through here. And I'm thinking a new road through here is probably the right thing to do. Yeah, I think that's going to be the right thing to do. I don't necessarily going to tunnel it or anything funny like that. I just want to make sure we grab one of these. Ooh, no need for the upgrade though. So let's do a little something like this, and then we'll start slowly meandering our way through here. Can we switch on the topography? Excellent. We'll slowly work our way through there. Coming around this way. Now, there, down this way. A little bit steep down there. Then I'll get rid of this so we can see. Oh, it's actually looking pretty nice through there. And what we'll do is we'll start tying it in over here, a bit of a straight line. And we we'll see about doing that. Perfect. There we go. I'll probably do a bit of an upgrade through here. Okay, good stuff. So that should work quite nicely. We'll get a truck stop right there. We'll get a truck stop over here. And we'll start moving things around. I think that'll work pretty nicely, and we'll get the fuel set up. Okay. Truck stop. On this side, maybe? Yeah, that's okay. Let's do the truck stop there. We'll do a truck stop over here. And to be honest, this one can be slightly bigger because it's going to have to run multiple things here. So let's add it over here. It's all connected, but we will configure it, add a little bit more stuff here, more cargo room. Something like that, get a bit of street access going. Oh, awesome, look at that. And with that connected, we will also go ahead and connect it on this side. There we go. So now there's a bit of a bypass running through there as well. That's awesome. So now we can actually set up a route that'll work for this. We could get more direct, but maybe that's something we'll hold off on a little bit for the future. Actually, no. We'll just go more direct straight away. Okay, I think that should do the trick. If we do that, that should be pretty direct over there. In and out and back. Awesome. That should work quite nicely. Let's quickly set up that line. I just want to get this stuff set up before it goes. So, first things first, we're going from here to there, to there, to... take that one out. So there we go. It's as simple as that. So from here, it's going to go straight through, bypass through there. It's not going to drop off anything, but it's going to drop it off in this location where it will hit the cargo station where we can set up a train to take it to New Haven that is demanding it for the time being. So let's do that. This line is going to be CS Fuel. CS Fuel. And we should have a vehicle that works for that, which will be this one that'll move all of the things that we need. I'm going to go ahead and procure, let's say, 8 of them as is. And we're going to set them all up on the CS Fuel line. CS Fuel, there you go. Okay, now that should start running straight away, get some stuff going on. Now, what we will need to do is double up this line here. Let's speed things up. This is still running at a quarter speed. Is exactly what I want. Now, let's double up the rest of the rail through here. That's going to be our next big thing. So let's do that. Double up the rail through that section, through here. And what we'll do is we'll delete a bit of this, and we'll get that set up like that, and we'll get that set up like this. So now we have to connect them over here, but what we'll do is right before you get in, we'll have a bit of a switch over. I don't want to pause it all the time. Do a switch over right there. Okay, keep pausing it though. So here we'll just do that. But we will do it this way. That one is on the wrong line. But I believe we should sort it out. So don't pause it. Let's quickly break this up. Keep pausing it all the time. It's such a habit for me at the moment. Okay, so that should work things out. Now let's put a few more signals in there. Oh, we're auto-saving. It's not pausing. A new industry, Lancaster Farms, available. So that should help us out a bit. We could presumably do a little bit of that. And even squeeze in an extra set of signals right over here. That should work things out a little bit better. And that guy should have got to the right spot. Is there anything left over? No, nothing's left over. Is that train full? Not even close. So anyway, it's a little slower than it probably could be. Now, so this stuff should start running pretty nicely. This one will demand it. We will need to set up a line that goes back all the way that way. And I think that's going to be pretty straightforward. So it is demanding. Okay, so now let's see. From New Haven to Colorado Springs. So that's the New Haven CS cargo. I believe I'm doing a hyphen like that. So now we've got that line. I'm going to go ahead and procure us another one of these vehicles. We should be able to afford it pretty easily. Ooh, too much money. I'm just going to grab an extra one of these guys. I'm going to go ahead and grab like a little brownish kind of color. We'll add it to the mix and we'll grab some cargo wagons. Tank cars. We'll grab these tank cars. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. I think that's going to be all good. We'll add it to the mix and we'll add that train to the line New Haven to Colorado Springs cargo line, and it will start running. So now hopefully we'll see some cargo happening, but we will also start seeing, I think, a bit of congestion in this area. So what I will do is I will not pause it. I will add more of these signals in here. Our trains wouldn't be so long that they can't make use of these signals areas. So that'll just help this thing operate a little bit more effectively, I think. This guy will wait there while this comes through. That's okay. And he will come through, pick up in here. There's and one thing that I will need to do is just manage that line. Actually manage the line, please. And please make sure that you can use any one of them, whatever is available. Here you go. Head on back. Am I having issues with my trains? I am having issues with these trains. Are you full? Ooh, okay. I think. Okay. Can I please flip you around? I'm thinking it's time to move slightly differently over here. Okay, we'll flip you around. We'll get you going. Load on up. And as you start going, I'm going to stop you right there. And you're just going to park there for a while. I just need this guy to get to the other side so that we can fix whatever we've got sorted out over here. Now, I'm hoping, our money is looking pretty decent, so this new train should be fine. I'm hoping that this setup is going to work with these trains in here. These are on the same speed, so it's not going to be a big deal. That one is the quick one and is the one that is causing us the trouble at the moment. So as soon as this guy kind of arrives here, I'll let the other one go. Actually, I will also grab this guy and just stop it for a minute. I want that guy to be ahead of it. Okay, you can go. Pause it right there so I can get this guy underway again. There we go. There we go. So that should see that guy out ahead of it, and that should be fine. Now, I believe this section should work a little bit better for us. But yeah, congestion will start lining up. Are we starting to see fuel? We are. Do we have a train here that has any fuel on it? Oh, it's got 23 fuel on it, guys. 23 fuel. What it's not doing is bringing anything back, which is what is of course going to start becoming a bit of a problem. But I'm quite happy that this is starting to run. Hopefully we are making money out of it. Now let's see about expanding our network towards Worcester over there. I'm not going to pause it. I'm just going to keep running it. Now let's see. Okay, so let's expand our track. Pretty straight is what I'm after, really. Something like that should be okay. It should be a pretty narrow section through here. New industry available, Colorado Springs Iron Mine. Okay, so that's a rail connection straight through there. Straight connection is fine. Let's go and grab. Oof, look at that. That's the one that I'm after. That's probably the one that I'm after here. We will replace this bridge if we need to in the future. There we go. And now I will run this through there. So this could effectively become a rail connected system. Ooh, this is an interesting little piece over here. If we can get all of this connected, yeah, that's going to be beautiful, because we will be able to then move that back. Now, that's going to be, actually, seems to be pretty decent. Pretty decent, though what I can do is probably run it like this, and then like that. Save a bit of money there. That's good. That is really good. So now, I don't need to pause it. That's okay. So now we can, in fact, start running more stuff here. So let's set ourselves up over here for. Now, I am kind of tempted to set myself up for yet another. This is something that I'm quite keen on running, but we will need to, because we'll bring that back this way. And then Colorado Springs will expand as well. Awesome. That's pretty good. Okay, so how are we going to put our main freight station in here? Are we going to do an extra freight station on this side? And I think I kind of like the idea of doing that. What I'll do is I'll trim this back. Okay. I will at the same time quickly go and so while I'm doing this, I'm gonna go and I will do a little bit of this. Okay, head on out, demolish through here, and let's expand our station just a little bit in this location. Is that what I'm gonna do? Get my passenger platform expanded here. I think that's okay. Now, can by trimming that back, can I actually get that connected nice and that's going to be too tight. If I do this, that gets me in at 120. And yeah, that's a little bit problematic, but let's see about getting us to 120 over here. Perfect. Unfortunately, I've gone and wasted a bit of money here. That should do the trick. We'll tie it in over there. Okay, that's a better move. So now we've got it gone and expanded that a little bit more. What I want to do here is build our... no! I should get... Wow, wasted 100,000 right there. What a crappy thing to do. Okay, let's move this. I don't need it to be quite as long. Wrong button. Okay, there we go. So if I go and do this, what I want to do is actually get it built so that we can get a switch in there, and I'll move those buildings. Can I do that? Yes, there we go. So I think that should line it up pretty nicely. Even a bit more, maybe. Yeah, something like that. Let's do that. I'm going to go and configure this guy. While I do this, I have got the game pause. Oh, the game would pause anyway. Let me get rid of those buildings, and we're going to put a cargo building, nice big cargo building, on this side. Look at that. That's going to be awesome. I'll put a cargo station in here, all these kind of things. Yeah, I think that'll work. I think that will work. So that should be all good. Now, let me grab a cargo station. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Get me that cargo station, configure it, add a little bit more to the mix there, cargo. That should do the trick. And if I get some street access going, oh, what the hell? Okay, so at this time, I will trim that out. Lost the building, which is obviously not great. Need to configure this guy. So what I'll do is I'll actually add a little bit more, 1, 2 more. So now that's pretty good. And I'll get the extra street access over here. And we'll go out. We'll get the streets set up. Back to these kind of streets. So let's trim that one back and get the street to run like so. Do this, tie that in. That's kind of what I was after. So that should work quite nicely. So now that would work. What we can also do now is get our tracks all connected over here. I'm going to go in here, configure it, get the extra track in. Like so. Get out of there and no. Get my track, get the extra track on this one. Sorry. Again, that one. And, our money is looking pretty good, so I'd rather do a proper job in getting things ready for us to go. Excellent. That. There we go. Ooh, the one thing we don't have, but I believe these stations do act as signals. Let's see if we could maybe squeeze a signal in here. We can. So actually, for the time being, let's just leave any signaling like that alone. And we'll continue our track, run our track back to Colorado Springs. There we go. Bit of a funky turn that we're making here. That's okay. We're going to duplicate the bridge. Not even too pricey, to be honest. And we're going to run it back into town. Now, just pause it for a second while I quickly fix what we're going to do here. Can I run it out of there? I can. Okay, so let's do that. Let's run it out of there and we don't demolish a ton of stuff here. That's okay. We'll do that. What we'll just do is we'll quickly fix these up on this side. Do that, get that sorted out and get them tied in. All good. All good. And over here, what we'll do is we'll do something like this. And I'll just do a double switch here so the guy can actually get in and out to any one of these. And similarly, I will also do a double switch over here. It's going to be a pretty tight one, but anyway, that should be all good. We can, of course, then tie in some stuff there, but we don't have a platform on the other side yet, so no need. So unpause the game and have a quick look. Probably around the end of the episode now. We haven't actually expanded. We've got the train up and running now, so we should be able to see the arrival of some fuel here at some stage. Have we seen fuel arrive yet? We have seen our very first supply of fuel arrive, but it's only 6. Okay, so that means we're absolutely meeting all of that demand. And it means that not a lot of fuel is actually going to run here. So it means this thing is going to start. There's not a lot being shipped. We're shipping everything it's going to ship. These are, however, doing their thing. So hopefully that's doing well. Let's have a quick look at the line statistics. Our new line, CS Fuel, is doing money, making money. Nice. I like that. I'm assuming the New Haven to CS Cargo is not making money. Wow. It is also making money. So the next thing for us to do is get set up to Worcester. Let's do one more thing before we end the episode, and that is get our public transport setup done over here. This thing, actually, let's have a quick look at the configuration and get rid of this and set up a new passenger building. Can we do a nice big one instead? It'd be so beautiful if we do that. Am I going to do it? Yes, I'm going to do it. There we go. Let's do that. A nice big passenger building. Can we then put some smaller stuff on here? Ooh, we can. There we go. Now look at that nice little station that we've got running over there. I like it. It is all connected. I believe it's connected, right? Yes, it is. Now let's get our public transport setup going on over here, I believe. So let's unpause the game, get a building, get this. I'm going to place this one right over here. That's okay. We'll do that. We'll configure it and we'll expand our passenger. Ooh, look at that. Some new. What's going on here? Oh, it's a truck stop. It's a truck stop. My bad. It's a truck stop. Don't do that again, guys. Oh, here we go. That's the one. Get that in there. I believe that should be all good. Now, over here is, can I please get that some configuration up here? There we go. Let's expand that a little bit. Get our extra street access on this side. And then from here, we should be able to tie in some streets. That'll work. And tie in some streets over here. That'll work too. So this area is nice and rail-centric. We should be able to bring this a little closer. Tie it in over here. Yep. So hopefully that provides even better access to all of these facilities. Good. So that's all set up. So now our Worcester rail facilities are all set up, ready to go. One more thing that we could probably squeeze into this area is a depot. Right? Just give me everything here. So give me a road depot. Ooh, we could squeeze it in. Squeeze it in here. Would it work? Oh, look at that. It would work. It's going to be, yeah, let's just do it. Put all of our stuff here, all of our eggs in one basket. I think we're not going to get any closer to this, so we'll have to expand this way, which shouldn't be a problem, I think. But anyway, that should do the trick for us. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. Our connection to Worcester is on, and we have set up direct connection of the Colorado Springs fuel refinery, with the fuel now being moved to New Haven. Just have a look at our demands here. Yeah, so the demand for Fort Worth line is starting to pump up a little bit. New Haven is looking pretty good with its demands. Extra demand is starting to come in for the fuel. We do need to provide way more machines, and we could even look at importing a little bit more food in here. But that's pretty good. So that's a third product connected over here and an extra city connected to the line. Things are looking pretty good, and our money is growing tremendously. Let's have a quick look at our charts. So as you can see, we spent a bit of money this time around, bought new vehicles and things, but still our profits are going in the right direction, and they should be doing that at a better rate than what our expenditure is growing. So all of that is looking pretty good. In the last few years, we've made tons of millions, and I can probably start repaying the rest of that loan, but not that that matters too much for me at this stage. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.